Hey guys, welcome to this video. It's Rishi here. In this video, we're going to compare the HP Envy X360 15 with the Lenovo Ideapad Flex 5 15. Both of them are 15-inch mid-range convertibles with similar specs. So let's see who wins this battle. These are the specs of both the laptops, and they are very similar. Both have the same Core i7-10 Gen processor with 4 cores, 8 threads, and 8 MBF cache. Both processors have a base frequency of 1.3 GHz and up to 3.9 with Intel Turbo Boost. Other than that, both had 16 GB of RAM, 1 TB of SSD, and a 4K display. The Envy has Windows 10 Home while the Flex has Windows 10 Pro. Let's first talk about the ports we have. On the Lenovo, we have a SD card reader, 2 USB Type-A's here, and on this side, we have a barrel power port, 1 full-size HDMI, 1 USB Type-C, which is not a Thunderbolt, and a headphone microphone combo jack. The HP has a SD card reader, 1 USB Type-A, a barrel charging port on this side, and on this side, we have a headphone microphone combo jack, a full-size HDMI, another USB Type-A, and a USB Type-C, which again is not Thunderbolt. So yes, that's the long way of saying they both have the same ports. But if you notice on the HP, there is 1 USB-A on each side, rather than having 2 of them on the same side as on the Lenovo. This is useful in situations like when you're connecting a wired mouse and an external hard drive. The hard drive won't block the path of your mouse, like the Lenovo. So the winner of this round by a tiny margin is the HP Envy X360. Next, let's check out build quality and design. Both laptops are rigid. The Lenovo has an aluminum chassis up here in the top and an ABD and polycarbonate base here in the bottom. Both ABD and polycarbonate are strong plastic, but it's still plastic. While here, the HP on the other hand is mostly made of aluminum, but here in the front it's made of actual wood. Even the trackpad is made of wood. The wood gives an elegant and rich look to the laptop and also feels good. The Flex is 0.82 inches thick, while the Envy is 0.74 inches thick. So the HP is about 0.1 inches sleeker, but the Flex weighs 0.1 kilogram less, according to the specification page from HP and Lenovo. The bezels on the HP are smaller, making it smaller in size than the Lenovo. Both laptops are amazing when using them in any of the 2-in-1 modes: clamshell mode, stand mode, tent mode, and tablet mode. The wood and aluminum chassis on the HP give a better user experience and good build quality than the Lenovo, and moreover, the dimensions and weight don't vary much between these. So the winner of this round, again, is the HP Envy X360. Next up is battery. The HP has a 3-cell 51 Wh battery, while the Lenovo has a 3-cell 52.5 Wh battery. So there's not a big difference. According to some tests I did by playing a 1080p video on YouTube and the brightness 75%, and in mute, I got around 2 hours and 45 minutes of battery life on both laptops. In another test where I ran basic apps such as Microsoft Word, the Microsoft Store, and the Clock app until the battery drained, I got 5 hours on the Flex and 5.5 hours on the Envy. So for charging, we get a 65 watt barrel port charger with the Envy and a 65 watt USB Type-C with the Flex, even if the laptop has a barrel port. It's good to have a laptop that charges with USB-C, but I just don't like the fact that the charger they provide is USB Type-C. I can't use my USB Type-C port when the laptop is charging, since there is only one Type-C. And if I want to use that Type-C when charging, I have to get a separate barrel port charger. Since the Type-C charger isn't a problem with the laptop and just the accessories, and since there isn't a big difference in battery life, this round ends with a tie. Next up is performance. The Flex has a dedicated graphics card, which is the NVIDIA MX330. The Envy only has the integrated Intel Iris Plus graphics. So I did some testing by trying out Forza Horizon 4 on both laptops. I set the resolution to 1080p and the dynamic optimization to low. I got a somewhat decent 40 frames per second on the Flex. I had the same setting on the Envy and the laptop was very slow when starting the game. And by the time I started driving the car in the game, I only got about 20 frames per second. So In terms of gaming performance, the Flex is better. But the Flex is sometimes slow when compared to the Envy in terms of general performance, and the response time is sometimes also slower. That's surprising because both laptops have the same processor, so performance should be the same. So I did some benchmarks on Cinebench R23, and here are the results. But since the slowness of the Flex is tiny when compared to the graphics performance you get on it, then the Envy, the winner of this round is the Lenovo Ideapad Flex 5. Next up is heat management and fan. Both the Envy and the Flex have the heat vent at the back, which is really amazing. Laptops such as the HP Spectre x360 have the vent in the side, where you place your hands, which can be annoying. Every laptop with a fan produces at least a little bit of heat to keep the laptop cool, and the laptop with the vents in the side blow the hot air onto your hand, making it annoying and uncomfortable. So the back vent is a major plus on both laptops. Both laptop surfaces don't get hot at all. But the fan inside the Lenovo is constantly running, and at this point, I'm wondering if the Flex is made of fighter jet parts. HP provides an app called HP Command Center, so you can control the fan using different modes. You get performance mode, comfort mode, quiet mode, and HP recommended mode. On the Flex, I didn't see any such pre-installed app. Since the Flex has a fan that's mostly running and the HP gives better support for the Envy in terms of heat management, HP Envy x360 wins this round. Next is keyboard and trackpad. Both keyboards are backlit and we get a numeric keypad. The typing experience on both are the same, but the sound the Envy makes is a bit more satisfying. But that's just my opinion, so that doesn't count in the scoring. Both trackpads have equally good precision, but the trackpad on the Flex is smaller and feels like lower quality when compared to the Envy. The trackpad on the Lenovo does not work in the very corners, but the HP does. So for this round, even if the keyboards are similar, the Lenovo loses with its trackpads, and the HP Envy x360 wins. Next up is display quality, and there's a huge difference between them. The Flex only has IPS LCD, while the Envy has a AMOLED display, which is one of the best display types out there. So you could see a significant difference between the displays. Both displays are 15-inch 60Hz touchscreens. Both of them don't have an anti-glare coating, so the display is more optimized for quality rather than for eye strain. Flex has 500 nits of brightness, while the Envy has 400 nits. But surprisingly, the Envy is way more bright when put into comparison after setting to full brightness. HP Envy x360 wins the round by having the better display type and being more bright, even though the specs do not agree. Now let's talk about sound quality on both laptops. The Envy has Bang & Olufsen speakers, while the Lenovo has Dolby Audio. The speakers on the Envy are simply spectacular. Even Dolby videos are equivalent or sometimes even better to listen to on the Envy than the Flex. So again, the winner of this round is the HP Envy x360. Next round is camera and mic quality. The camera on both of them are 720p, or in other words, regular HD. The camera quality is better on the HP with more vibrancy and colors. HP provides an app with the laptop called HP Enhanced Lighting, which uses your computer screen as a lighting kit for video recording. Mic quality is also better on the HP, but only by a slight margin. This is the audio sample from the Flex's microphone, and this is the audio sample from the Envy's microphone. So the winner of this round is the HP Envy x360 again. Next is security and privacy features. The HP Envy x360 has a camera and mic kill switch. So once you're done using the mic and camera, you could use the kill switch to physically block it or disconnect the camera. On the Flex, you get a camera kill switch, and to disconnect the mic, you have to go to an app called Lenovo Vantage, while the Envy has simple shortcuts on the keyboard to do that. Both laptops unfortunately don't support Windows Hello using facial recognition, but have a fingerprint sensor. The fingerprint sensor on the Envy is larger than the Flex. Since the size of the fingerprint sensor won't make a huge impact, this round ends with a tie. Finally is maintenance on both laptops. The wood on the HP attracts a lot of keyboard grease. When you place your hand on the Envy, the backside attracts oil from your finger, and I got a significant amount of oil marks in just 2 days. While the bottom plastic part of the Flex doesn't have that problem, the aluminum lid attracted some oil, but you could barely see it. So in terms of maintaining the laptop, the Lenovo Flex 5 wins. Okay, it's time for the final verdict. The Flex has 2 wins, while the Envy dwarfs that score with 7 wins, and we got 2 ties. So the winner of this battle is the HP Envy x360. But really, choosing the laptop for you depends on what you're really gonna do with it. The Lenovo Flex is comparatively better for you than the Envy if you're a gamer. If you are planning on doing any other graphics related activities on your laptop, the Flex is again a better choice. For YouTubers, if you want a better camera and mic for live streaming, the HP Envy x360 may be a better choice. If you want to edit videos, the Flex would be a better choice if you want a more speedier rendering process, or if you want to edit videos in 8K or 120 FPS because of the dedicated NVIDIA MX330. If you want to do stuff like color grading in the video editing process, the Envy is a better go for you because of the AMOLED display. For stuff like watching movies, the Envy x360 is again a better choice with its display and speakers. So, that's it for this video guys, and thanks for watching.